March 8, 2020, Sunday. I walk into the RCBC building in Makati feeling anxious, nervous, and excited. I'm preparing myself mentally for the week ahead as a security guard inspects my bag and another is taking my temperature, which at the time still felt very weird. I want to skip ahead 8 days. By then, I would have opened the show and I would be assimilating back into society since there would be no more rehearsals that would occupy my weekdays. Trademark feeling yan ng Tech Week. This was for the band's visit under Atlantis Productions. March 12, 2020, Thursday. Preview night. First audience. Muntik na kaming hindi matuloy. Buti na lang, pinayagan kami ng building. We finish the performance, we take a bow. They all seem to love it. May company call after the show, but the director looks sad. He says we have a great show and he's proud of everyone. But then he turns to another person so that that person can make an announcement. We have a show tomorrow and on Saturday, but unfortunately, and it breaks my heart to say this, we have to cancel the rest of the performances. We all sit in stunned silence. Eventually, we comprehend and we attempt to make sense of the news. March 13, 2020, Friday. Opening night, first paying audience. As I perform my first solo spot, I can't help but notice how everyone is just one seat apart. We finish the show, standing ovation ulit. March 14, 2020. Saturday, the day after, closing night. Last paying audience. We take a bow, we say thank you to everyone who came to watch, and the next thing I remember is crying on the drive home. When's the next performance? Hanggang kailan ba tong lockdown na to? Hanggang kailan ba ang pandemic? And then March 15, 2020, Sunday, Metro Manila goes on full lockdown. It has been almost 2 years without any live performances. The entertainment industry has been greatly affected. Thousands with no jobs, considered non-essential, uncertain of their future. What's next? Hello everybody, my name is Atadero. I am an actor when there is no pandemic. I'm a singer, a host, a voice actor, content creator, and a podcaster. It's a miracle to be here, to speak in front of you. My being here is a product of at least 5, give or take, major breakdowns and surviving COVID-19 itself. Now, how did I go from being an actor to becoming all of those things that I just said? I focused on 3 things: spaces, people, and stories. Let's start with spaces. Now, when I say spaces, I mean digital spaces. When the pandemic hit, I moved everything online. And I tried almost everything. And when I say almost everything, I mean almost everything. In the beginning, I sang online. I shared a Kumu account with my fiancé, who is also an artist. Her name is Tanya Manalang. And then I tried gaming. I played video games, provided funny, hopefully entertaining commentary while playing video games. I also did a lot of virtual hosting. I invested in audio and video equipment to improve the quality. I've also provided voice work for a bunch of radio and TV ads from home. Sprite, it's good to be clear. Hey. As the times changed, the stage changed, especially for a theater actor like me. And as the stage changed, the weapons changed. Dati script, score, kape, at baon, pwede ka nang mag-rehearse. And ngayon, you need a mic, a computer, a phone, lighting equipment, editing software, a camera. Now I create content. Minsan, kumakanta pa rin. Minsan, kalokohan. Pero kadalasan, educational content. When the curtains closed, I had nowhere to work. Digital was the only available option, so I took it. I tried my best. And to this day, I still am. Kung hindi ako pwede magtanghal sa physical space, I told myself I will find and create my own space. And thankfully, there are a lot of avenues online. Next is people. Sabi nila, it takes a village to mount a production. And it's true. Collaboration is one of the things I've always loved about theater. But when the pandemic hit, we couldn't work together anymore. Ang meron lang, ako at yung online audience. So, paano na? If it takes a village, then I will have to become that village. When we became streamers and content creators, that also means we became our own sound designer, lighting designer, editor, stage manager, writer, makeup artist, costume designer, researcher, director, cinematographer, accountant, producer, agent, and the partridge in a pear tree. In a span of less than 2 years, nagkaroon kami, lalo na yung mga theater actors who went online, nagkaroon kami ng crash course sa mga trabahong yan. The silver lining, lalong tumaas ang respeto ko sa mga taong ginagawa ang mga trabahong hindi nakikita ng audience. And you know what? Somehow, I also wasn't alone. I had friends who helped. Uy, wala akong mic. May recommendations ka ba? Uy, paano mag-OBS? To get better sound, what do I need to do? In the absence of people, I had to become my own person. And finally, stories. I can honestly say that this is the most I've ever visited bookstores. I have never read this much since graduating from school. Iba for research, iba fiction, but everything is for pleasure and enjoyment. For mental health, for more knowledge, for sharpening the mind. You know, things that hopefully I can use as an actor when, not if, okay? When we do come back. You know what I realized? History, geography, science, arts, entertainment, pop culture, even the news, they have a very common thread. Stories. Stories is the reason information sticks. We all love a good story. As I was saying a while ago, I visited a lot of bookstores and I've been reading a lot. And one of the books that I've been reading is this book called Sapiens by Yuval Noah Harari. And one of the things that he brings up, ang mga Homo sapiens, tayo, we are very good at cooperating when we believe in certain fictions. Like, for example, laws. It happens it doesn't occur in nature, but it is something that we all somehow believe in, so that everybody acts a certain way. That's how we are able to create nations, cities, societies, corporations, companies. It's because of fiction. And fiction is also a form of story. We all love a good story because human beings are storytellers. It is in our DNA. We have been telling stories for thousands of years. Mula sa cave paintings, ancient Egypt, Greek mythology, Norse mythology, Roman mythology, the story of Jesus Christ. From the latest chismis ni Marites hanggang sa Avengers Endgame, stories are inevitably intertwined with our existence. Stories are a fuel of human consciousness and our essence. As an actor, I may be non-essential, but stories, by their ties to our collective human history and experience, stories will always, always be essential. In closing, I would like to go back to the band's visit, the show that, closed the moment I opened it. The last scene of the band's visit always brings me to tears, even during rehearsal. Look, I'll try to describe it as best as I can, okay? A group of Egyptians and Israelis are waving a seemingly innocent goodbye to each other. That exchange takes about 10 seconds. And during that exchange, they express an endless number of emotions. It's a goodbye. It's a thank you. It's a take care of yourself. It's an I wish we met under different circumstances. It's an I hope I get to see you again in this lifetime. And they did so without knowing that they had touched each other's lives by sharing intimate human experiences. They didn't know that in their common ground, they found respite and solace in someone who is considered the enemy. Most of all, they didn't know when they would see each other ever again. Art imitates life. Truth is sometimes stranger than fiction. That ending scene, there is nothing more accurate than that to describe the life of an artist, at least my life as an artist during 2020 and 2021. So to you, my fellow artist, I say, don't only find your space, claim it. We need space, definitely. We need people, yes, and we need stories. So when it comes to space, don't only find it, claim it. It's everywhere, especially online. While you can't physically collaborate with people, enrich yourself. Invest in yourself. Be your own person. There are a very few things in this world that are as human as stories and storytelling. All you need is a space and someone who will listen. Thank you for listening. This has been my story. What's yours?